pelicans are still robbers. Usually, they really feed on fish, which they elegantly catch on the fly in their huge beaks, scooping up water. And in this way, a pelican can even catch a shark. But also, the bird will be happy to have a snack, for example, a gaping pigeon. Apparently, close communication with the Maine coastal gangsters, that is, seagulls, has done its job. Pelicans got bad and started robbing, but this bird was clearly mistaken in the choice of prey. Do you know what this capybara had to do to escape from the feathered aggressor? Absolutely nothing. The pelican approached its imaginary victim several times, but could not do any damage to it. It couldn't even lift it. By the way, if you want to learn more about these charismatic animals with nerves of steel, then write about it in the comments. It seems that the rodent looks at the pelican as if it were garbage. The bird's attacks were nothing more than a light massage for this well-fed and cute animal. Now the pelican will be tormented by complexes. His opinion of himself as a formidable predator was simply trampled. Any boxer will confirm that timing is very important in a fight. That is, choosing the right moment to strike. While this turtle is doing great with timing. When a horse shows unhealthy curiosity, the reptile goes on the defensive, and then at the only appropriate moment strikes. That is, a bite with a sharp beak. Neither a large dog running to the noise, nor the continuation of the horse's attack produces any effect on the turtle. But when she counterattacks, her lightning strike causes panic in the animals dozens of times larger. Just look at the panic this reptile has brought its rivals to. It seems that we have finally found a fighter for whom the difference in size is not an obstacle to worry. I wonder if this turtle could bring an elephant to a heart attack? What do you think? Answer in the comments. Never approach a horse from behind. This can threaten the most unpleasant consequences. Don't you believe it? Then learn from the mistakes of others. The lioness decided to ignore this lesson and received a double blow with her hooves right in the jaw. Instead of lunch, her hunt ended with a knockout. How dramatically she fell. The powerful blow of the zebra just turned off the predatory cat. To be in the jaws of a crocodile for most animals is a terrible end. For this turtle, here she resembles a girl on a bad date. She's just waiting for it to be over, and he'll get the hell out of there, and she can enjoy the dinner she ordered. The crocodile clearly did not impress her. He is not capable of swallowing such a large turtle whole, and although the compression force of his jaws is huge, and the shell easily withstands all his onslaught. It seems that the turtle leaves even with a kind of contempt. What, Jack, is that all you're capable of? I expected more. The crocodile is also in shock. His jaws didn't let him down before, but what was it Stark said? Sometimes it happens. Once out of 5, right? In general, it is better not to mess with turtles. They are often underestimated by other animals. But it seems that the myth of their slowness is nothing more than a competent strategic move. They simply lulled the vigilance of potential victims. Like this pigeon, which did not expect a lightning-fast reptile throw. As a result, the turtle caught a bird for lunch. In general, it turns out that the turtle is one of the toughest fighters in the world of wildlife, who are regularly underestimated. This duck was swimming with the chickens when a carnivorous turtle decided to attack one of them. An adult bird immediately stood up for the baby, and this is quite natural. But she made a mistake when she ran into a turtle in a frontal attack. Although the reptile is much smaller, its beak turns out to be so strong that the turtle immediately grabs the opponent and shakes it like a rag. The baby was able to escape because the turtle switched to his mom. Drowning a duck is a very difficult idea to implement, but the turtle turned out to be a stubborn and cruel one. She shook the bird and did not let it go for so long that the duck ran out of strength. and she could not oppose anything to such a protected opponent. The bird probably survived and was able to reunite with his family, but she will remember this fight forever. Turtles are avid fans of fighting. This reptile is not trying to eat the dog. There is too much difference in size. A turtle doesn't hunt a huge snake. She just sees someone who annoys her and rushes into battle. It seems that these reptiles can sometimes forget even about hunger and throw food in order only to teach the enemy a lesson. They say that a samurai has no goal, only a path. Oddly enough, this is just about a turtle. If you think that her shell is needed in order to calmly wait out the danger, sit out, and then go about your business, then you are mistaken. Apparently, the turtle feels his impunity thanks to the armor. Therefore, he goes to attack cows. But for a turtle, these ungulates are like Godzilla for you. And nothing, the reptile does not show a drop of fear. Or maybe she's just an evil creature. But in any case, her fighting fuse is respected. Although the turtle doesn't have long fangs, its beak is as powerful as a war hammer. Even the lion is shocked by the impudence of the turtle, which was the first to attack him. It seems fantastic, but the turtle, furious with its pressure, drove away a huge lion from the water, which is 200 times heavier. Hopefully, after what you've seen, you won't accuse the Beast King of cowardice. Perhaps some of his battle scars are not the claws of other lions, but the teeth of such small monsters. There was no need to underestimate this Wu Gui. Do you remember what happened to Tai Lung? It seems that the creators of that cartoon understand zoology much better than it seems at first glance. By the way, about Kung Fu. Which style is cooler, tiger or crane? If you were on the side of striped cats, then we have a surprise for you. The feathered creature turned out to be a really cool fighter. Clearly, Chinese masters were inspired by such episodes when they created their martial art. At first, the bird tried to retreat because it wanted peace and harmony. But if the opponent does not share these values, he can be punched in the face. Iron logic, which allowed the crane to survive and even feel quite comfortable in the same enclosure with two adult tigers. Flapping blows with huge wings cannot cause serious damage to predators that weigh 1/4 ton each. But they distract so that the crane can deliver a powerful blow with its beak directly to the head, like a sword. Macaques only seem like cute, harmless beggars. These primates will fight fiercer for their food than wolves. Here is a fairly large dog decided that he could take away a tasty morsel with a small macaque. He underestimated her greed and the team spirit of the pack. Among themselves, these animals will fight for every piece, but if an external threat appears, they will attack it all together. So the dog had to fight off several macaques at the same time. The dog is well done. He was able to escape from the encirclement of enemies whole and alive. This is already an achievement, but he will not underestimate the enemy so much anymore. In Asia, there are whole herds of wild donkeys that travel across the steppes, deserts, and rocky semi-deserts of this vast continent. There, the main natural threat to donkeys is wolves. Dramatic scenes of the persecution and struggles of wolves and donkeys often fall into the lens of the researchers' cameras. These battles look very epic and intense due to the fact that the predators act very smoothly and effectively. They gather in fairly large hunting groups and are used to acting very seriously. It seems that experienced hunters understand that a donkey is not an easy prey at all. Carnivorous pursuers chase a whole herd of donkeys, trying to fight off weak and old individuals, as well as parents burdened with young foals. This is a typical wolf tactic, but what is atypical is the coherence with which donkeys operate. Predators have to chase ungulates for a particularly long time in order to repel some individual from the herd. Donkeys don't panic. They don't run away in different directions. And although fierce and selfless mutual assistance among unrelated adults or donkeys is rare, they nevertheless show amazing firmness of character while in confrontation with this dangerous predator. And donkeys also show the hardness of their hooves. During the chase, a lone donkey will not try to play the hero and will try to break away from the pursuit. He's incredibly tough, but so are the wolves. When a donkey stumbles and falls, predators immediately take advantage of the situation and pounce on the victim. But the donkey instantly meets the nearest wolf with a crushing hoof strike on the jaw. This cooled the ardor of the whole group and also gave the ungulate a few seconds to get up. But most of all, donkeys, of course, are known for their stubbornness, which is their most expressive feature inherent in most individuals of this species. If the donkey does not want to go, he will not go, and it can be extremely difficult to make him act against his own desires with both affection and force. But now, you'll see where this trait comes from in ungulates. For them, stubbornness is the key to survival. Wolves chase a lone donkey and surround it. Predators see that this is actually quite difficult to attack such an opponent, and he reacts quickly to every movement. His body is strong and muscular, but one of the wolves makes a decisive leap forward, runs up close to the donkey, and throws himself at his throat. The blow was perfectly timed. The wolf hit the target precisely and grabbed its prey by the neck with its powerful jaws right under the donkey's lower jaw. This is not a random choice of a place to attack. The wolf struck precisely at the windpipe. The donkey's neck is very muscular, and this is probably the only really vulnerable part of it. The ungulate immediately collapsed to the ground, and the wolves surrounded the victim. The wolf that struck its blow kept clenching its jaws to strangle its prey. It seems that the donkey has no chance to survive in such a mess. The development of events is clearly against him. The strongest wolf threatens to crush the trachea, the others are surrounded from different sides and will not allow him to escape. The wolf releases his grip. Apparently, he's decided that he's caused enough damage to the victim. The predators are almost celebrating the victory, and the victim seems helpless. But it's not like that. Just look at how deep and fast the donkey breathes, how quickly his chest heaves with each breath. His trachea is intact, and his will to survive stood out. The donkey is not in a panic, he's just gaining strength. With the stubbornness inherent in its species, the ungulate immediately jumps to its feet as soon as it realizes that it can do this. Of course, the donkey took a risk, but the wolves underestimated him and did not have time to pounce on him back in time. The ungulate managed to stand up almost without any obstacles precisely because of its incredible stubbornness. The donkey immediately took several steps forward, broke out of the encirclement, and the wolves are a little bit behind. They are at a loss, as they did not expect such endurance from the most ordinary little donkey. As a result, they retreated and went to look for simpler prey, but the donkey managed to save his life and even remained more or less intact. And this wolf decided to play tug-of-war with the donkey, and on their own predatory rules. The carnivorous animal grabbed the donkey by the muzzle and abruptly went back. The wolf wants to pull the donkey, unbalance it, make it lower its head and arm, the soft tissues on its muzzle. Grabbing the lips is the most painful, as it is one of the few sensitive parts of the ungulate's body. But despite such poor conditions for the start of the confrontation, the donkey here also demonstrates incredible stubbornness. He resists both the wolf and the pain. The herbivore stands on all four legs and does not give in. Due to its very dense musculature and rather heavy skeleton, a donkey with relatively small dimensions exceeds a wolf by weight by about 3 times. And although the fangs dig into the muzzle, the donkey uses its advantage and refuses to play by the rules of its opponent. He rests his hooves on the ground and stands further away. This has been going on for quite a long time. The wolf cannot force the donkey down, cannot deprive him of his strength. The rest of the pack are standing nearby. Why do you think they don't try to attack the donkey by the legs and throw it together? Are you not sure of victory? Do you not want to be exposed to desperate hooves? Or are they showing respect to the prey in some way? Let us know your opinion in the comments. Anyway, the pack gets tired of watching this scene, and most of the wolves soon leave. There remains one, the one who failed to bring down the donkey. The hunter's excitement is clearly playing in it. The wolf abandons the idea of grabbing the victim by the muzzle, so it clings to the throat of the ungulate. It doesn't make any impression on the donkey at all. He stood up then, and he's still standing now. His stubbornness confuses the wolf, so he repeats the attack, but gets a hoof in the face. Finally, he gets tired of this confrontation, and the wolf moves away. The donkey defeated a whole pack of wolves only by endurance and stubbornness. Even a moose, which weighs only a little less than a ton, cannot boast of such achievements. One of the most intense fights involving a donkey. He was attacked by a snow leopard, a very powerful hunter. Although this cat is inferior in size to a leopard, the strength of its bite is very great. The snow leopard rushes at the enemy with incredible speed and successfully grabs him with its long fangs, squeezing the trachea and larynx. For a while, the donkey just, walks. He drags the snow leopard along with him, as if trying to check which of the two of them will get tired of this whole thing sooner. At the same time, the ungulate also tries to trample on the predator's body. But we must pay tribute to the snow leopard himself. This hunter has endurance. Perhaps his endurance level is not as high enough for the long chases, but he is able to clench his jaws for a very long time. Gradually, the donkey begins to lack oxygen. He's choking and falling off his feet. Is that it, the end? Of course not. The snow leopard does not understand who he's messing with. The donkey is just resting. After lying on the ground for a while, this stubborn beast gets to its feet. The predator flinches. He was not ready for this. The leopard releases the grip and immediately almost receives a crushing blow to the head with a hoof. The cat just had to run. This venomous snake crawled too close to the donkey for nothing. The ungulate got scared and decided to attack. Of course, the toxin could stop the heart of this herbivore, but only for this reptile would have to bite the donkey. The beast does not give the reptile any chance to do this. He grabs the snake by the middle of its body and jerks it up. The snake hangs from the donkey's jaw. In this position, she can't twist around and bite his face. The donkey squeezes its jaws harder and breaks the snake's spine, crushing its internal organs into dealing with the reptile in a few seconds without even damaging its skin. Wouldn't you agree? You did not expect an animal with a reputation for being innocuously stubborn livestock to be such a tough fighter, now did you? Which of today's cases, when donkeys defeated their opponents, struck you the most? Let us know in the comments section, and do not forget to subscribe. We will see each other more often.